She had been gone for 6 hours, and somehow, she still managed to say the thing no one else would. The air in my mother's living room was thick with the scent of lilies and professionally catered sorrow. It was a performance, every bit of it. My mother, Eleanor, moved through the crowd of dark-suited relatives with the practiced grace of a hostess at one of her charity galas, her face a mask of tragic dignity. My father, Richard, stood by the mantelpiece, accepting condolences with a solemn nod, his hand periodically patting his chest, as if to quell a grief too profound for words. People murmured about what a beautiful service it had been, how strong Eleanor was being, how much Genevieve, my grandmother, would have appreciated this lovely send-off. I knew she would have hated it. She would have called it a theatrical waste of good money that could have been invested or used to fix the leaky roof on the church hall where the reception should have been held. I was standing near the French doors, watching the last of the autumn light fade from the manicured lawn, when I saw the courier van pull up. A young man in a crisp uniform walked up the stone path, holding a rigid, oversized envelope. My mother intercepted him at the door, her voice a low, concerned whisper. I couldn't hear the words, but I could read the intent in her posture. She was trying to take the package from him. The courier, however, was firm. He shook his head, consulted his tablet, and then his eyes scanned the room until they found me. He pointed. My mother's shoulders tightened. She stepped aside, her smile as brittle as spun sugar, and the courier made a direct line to me. He asked if I was Clara Bishop. I confirmed that I was. He asked for my identification, which I provided. He had me sign on the screen with a stylus, his expression impassive. He handed me the envelope. This was scheduled for delivery at precisely 3 p.m., he said, as if the timing were a matter of national security. Then he turned and walked away. The envelope was heavy, made of thick, cream-colored cardstock. My name was written on the front in my grandmother's unmistakable cursive, a script that was both elegant and forceful. Below my name, a single, typed line, to be delivered no sooner than 6 hours after my confirmed passing. Read this before you believe a single word they say today. A cold knot formed in my stomach. My mother was at my elbow instantly. What on earth is that, dear? More paperwork from the lawyers? Honestly, their timing is atrocious. She reached for it, a casual gesture that was anything but. I pulled it back. It's personal, I said, my voice flat. I saw a flicker of something in her eyes. Not grief, not concern, but a sharp, calculating anxiety. It was an expression I knew well. It was the look she got when an investment soured or when a guest at one of her parties committed a social faux pas. It was the look of a woman whose carefully curated reality was under threat. I turned without another word and walked out of the crowded living room, up the grand, curving staircase that I had been told my entire life was a testament to my father's success. I went to my old bedroom, a space now preserved as a guest room, sterile and impersonal. I sat on the edge of the perfectly made bed and broke the wax seal, a small, deep blue G that was her signature. The letter inside was many pages long, all covered in that same strong, familiar handwriting. It began not with a salutation, but with a statement of fact. My dearest Clara, if you are reading this, then the books are finally due to be balanced. I'm sorry to leave you with this mess, but I am more sorry for the lies you have lived with. Your mother will be putting on a grand show today. Do not be fooled. Her grief is for the loss of her audience. And then she began to explain. Let me tell you about my grandmother. Genevieve wasn't the sort of woman who baked cookies or wore soft floral cardigans. She was the sort who taught you how to read a balance sheet before you could properly ride a bicycle. She wore tailored trousers and crisp silk blouses, and she smelled of expensive paper and Jean Naté, a scent that for me will forever be the olfactory equivalent of safety. While my mother, Eleanor, was busy orchestrating a life that looked perfect from the outside, chairing committees, hosting brunches, ensuring we had the right friends from the right families.
Full story on channel link below.